What is up, everybody? My name is Harry Rice, and welcome to the 2024-25 Montreal Canadiens season. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, ladies and gentlemen. Samuel Montembeault is the hero in the season opener, the home opener as well, for the Montreal Canadiens. Oh my God. We're going to talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. Conservative lawyer Monty is the man. Yes, indeed. Zach, GG's for sure, man. Nick Sochi, you're very welcome. I hope we can beat Ottawa in game number 3, which I will say right off the bat, by the way, before we get into anything. Hello, everybody. My name is Harry Rice. Welcome back to the channel. We are live, or I am live, sorry, for every Montreal Canadiens game, after every single Montreal Canadiens game, I should say. We are live, of course, tonight. We are also going to be live tomorrow. Do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is a back-to-back. We are in Boston tomorrow to take on the Ragged Bruins. So you guys will want to subscribe, hit the notification bell if you enjoy the content that you see tonight. Hit that sub and subscribe. I also do have other content. I do a monthly thing talking about movies. I just put out my second wrestling event earlier today. Go check that out if you guys are into that. Zach, I don't know if you guys will get us next time. We'll see, that's for sure. Lucas, yeah. Team with 47 shots and a $30 million line against a $3 million goal. Exactly, yeah. Surely the Habs, the Leafs won, right? Yeah, like I'm clearly just in denial, right? Like I'm like the score is wrong. Like they won 2-1, right? Nope. The score's right. Fazio, yes, rip the happy face jersey thumbnail. I was gonna do it for tonight, but unfortunately it just got down to no. I really can't. I gotta, I gotta stick with what's gonna be going on. Like I gotta stick with what I want for the consistency. Yeah. Yeah, Yoshi Bros, yeah, predicted it right, thankfully. Let's go. Oliver, holy fuck, oh yes indeed, man. Marcus, Slavkovsky or Byfield Slavkovsky? 100%. I like Byfield, he looks like he's starting to turn it around, but Slav easily. He's younger, he's already better. I gotta go Slav. If you can beat Boston, then surely... Oh yeah, going 2-0 would be a fantastic start to the season, absolutely. Marcus, we definitely need the happy face. Well, you know what, hey, I'll give you guys the happy face on the stream since you guys didn't get it in the thumbnail. There you go. You guys got the happy face. There you go. First time the Leafs have been shut out in 227 games. Yes, indeed, Lucas. Lucas put it in the chat. I was going to mention it at the end. First time the Leafs have been shut out in 227 games. What a better team to do it. There's no better team than the greatest franchise in the NHL to get it done. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Avi, yes, Habs win with the shutout. Hell yeah. Well, I already have every single thumbnail for each game stream. So, as much as I'd like to, unfortunately, I have them all ready, and yeah. All right. So the Montreal Canadiens again played tonight. It was the first game of the season. It's the first. Game for the Canadiens. Opening night was technically last night. It was, in North America it was. There was the 2 games in Europe, in Prague. The opening night was last night in North America. Tonight, the opening night for the Canadiens and the Leafs. And oh boy, Elliot, yes indeed, man. Monty Vezina won. Saying Monty shouldn't win the Vezina right now. Like, I'd understand because we're early in the season. But, like, realistically, okay, I'm waiting for NHL.com to load this up because I need to see Samuel Montembeault leading the NHL in goalies. By the way, shout out Jonas Korpisalo, who is currently 10th in the NHL for goals against average with a 6.19. You gotta love to see it. I can't even be too mad about the performance from the Buds. At least they fought Stolarz. Stolarz did look good when the Canadiens got shots on him. All 17 we had. Something like that. So many shots on net chances too. Exactly, Avi. There, and I will say this: the Leafs hit at least 3 or 4 posts. I'll say that they did hit a lot of posts, so they could have won, but they didn't. Thankfully, so. Oliver Montembeault is literally prime Carey Price, bro. Did Price ever have an opening night shutout? Think about it. Think about it. Hey, Douglas, let's go, man. That's facts. All right. For those of you who are new here, how we do things, Corpusalo is in the same boat as Jari. That is true. That is true, Dolphin Friend. Firstly, how's it going, Dolphin Friend? That is true, because I think Jari's allowed all 4 goals tonight, right? I think he has. Yeah. So, if anyone is, I'm concerned Florida gave a 29-year-old 8 years. Fangio, I don't think he should be. I think Verhaeghe's very good. I definitely would be a little weary about those last 2-3 years. But Verhaeghe, I think, is going to be a very, very good player into those from the start, middle of the contract. Keep in mind as well, by the time you get to that 7th, 8th year, the cap is going to be probably near 110 million potentially. And what is it, 7 million, I think, again? That's going to be your average going rate for third liners potentially by that time. So, not really. It'll be probably like 5 mil, but like still, you get what I mean? It won't be nearly as bad as it looks like as if he were to suddenly fall off a cliff next season, for example. So, I think right now you can be concerned about what the future holds, but when you actually get there, I think it'll be just fine. We want Blomqvist. Yes, sir. Salty coming in with the Lane. Yes, indeed, man. Absolutely. Lane Hudson. Thoughts on KSI's new song? Salty, you think I'm listening to that trash? Okay, firstly, who's openly listening to KSI's music? I make better rap music than KSI. Guys, go listen to Mafia and Charisma and Potential, and all my other Daddy Rice songs. I put one out just a couple weeks ago called 1K, celebrating the 1,000 subscribers that we just recently hit. Thank you guys for that again. But yeah, no, I don't listen to that trash-ass KSI music, but thank you for asking me, Salty, though. So again, for those who are new here, how we do things is I go through the opening lines for both teams. I go through my little game summary, recap, analysis, whatever you want to call it. Go through the stats for the Canadiens, and then we kind of get out of there. And you know what? We can go through the Leafs points. The Leafs points as well. Never mind. We won't be going through the Leafs points tonight. But yeah, no. We'll go through the Canadiens points and then we'll get on out of here. Monty did go Dicko mode, Salty. He really did. He saw that we were playing Leafs, and he was given that opening night start, and he said, "You guys are not getting one past me." Thanks, Cole, for the fantasy points. Hell yeah, man. From the screen to the ring to the pen to the king. Where's my crown? That's my... Faggio, I don't think I want to be live anymore. With what is this you're saying? What is this you're saying? That's not KSI's song, is it? Oh, God. All right, so Jesus. The opening lines for the Canadiens were Caufield, Suzuki, Slafkovsky, Newhook, Doc Armia, Barry, Boulay, Dvorak, Anderson, and Heineman, Evans, Gallagher. It might be, oh God. I will say, better lyricist than Kendrick. Oh yeah, I'm definitely missing out on a lot for sure, man. And I will say, Pezzetta and Kapanen were healthy scratches tonight, very surprisingly. I thought it could have been Heineman and Barry Boulay, maybe the Pezzetta's that fourth line guy. You move Dvorak to the wing, and you play Kapanen fourth line center. I thought they maybe could have done that, but no. So Pezzetta, Kapanen, maybe they want to play them tomorrow against the Bruins potentially. So maybe it's a strategy. But yeah, Matheson, Gooley, Hudson, Savard, and Jack-Eye Barron were on the blue line. Jaden Struble not in the game because he is out with the day-to-day injury. They said it's not a major thing. It's just going to be just maybe he misses a couple games. So, yeah. Thankfully, Struble won't be out too long. Unfortunately, it looks like he won't be playing tomorrow against the Bruins. But hopefully against Ottawa or maybe the Pittsburgh or LA game, whichever one, I forget, comes after that one. He'll play that one, maybe. Thoughts on Water Laval? Honestly, Faggio, and I'll go up and read the next couple comments after this. I was a little surprised. I thought that Waugh might have made the team just because it looked like he was going to be a shoo-in. Really surprised that I actually ended up getting it right from my line predictions that Waugh was going to go in Laval for another year. Was legitimately surprised by that. Was not expecting to be right. But it looked like he would have been a shoo-in come preseason time. But yeah, I'm not surprised. I think Waugh going down to Laval is actually going to be a little better for his development. You're not rushing guys like him just because, oh, well, he looks good, call him up immediately, give him time to simmer, get him time to develop, and say he comes up next year. I think the team will have pressure, for sure, but I don't think it's going to be any pressure on Waugh to perform at that second line rate like might be expected of him this year until Line A comes back. So I think that sending him down to Laval and just letting him develop there, let him play one more season, and then call him up next year potentially, or maybe he's a season call up this year when someone gets hurt, because people are going to get hurt. It's hockey, it happens. So it wouldn't surprise me if that's the case. Fully a full-time Montreal Canadien. Habs defense was good tonight, but it was mostly pretty good. Yeah. Habs got the puck down low a lot, but made him go deep up ice. Yeah, exactly, Avi. Yeah, we were going low. We were looking for a lot of rebounds. We didn't really look for a lot top, which, you know what, is kind of fair, because Stolarz is pretty good up top, I feel like. So, yeah. Yoshi, yeah, last season we swept your team, so it's a revenge, and we snapped a 3-game losing streak. That's how it goes for the Canadiens. And Samuel Montembeault gets the start in net. Oh my god, Shamir! Holy shit, Shamir! Holy fuck! How long's it been? Oh my god! Shamir, ladies and gentlemen, let's go! Shamir, how's it going, man? Oh my god, it's been years, I feel like. Oh my god. How's it going, man? Good to see you here. Oh my god. Let's go. But Sam Montembeault gets the start in net, and everybody is probably going to be knowing his name 100% after this game. Oh yeah, getting on the board with the goal? Absolutely, Avi. And Caden Primo backs him up, as he's been probably playing tomorrow, I would imagine. But he's looked quite decent in preseason so far. Yeah, Shamir, it's been a couple years. At least 2 to 3, man. Yeah. Oh my god. That shocks me. Was not expecting to see you tonight. It's a happy surprise, though, man. Shamir, I hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. Hope you watched the game. Because, oh my god, what a game this was. The opening lines for the Maple Leafs were Nyes, Matthews, Marner, Domi, Tavares, Nylander, Pacioretty, Holmberg. Let's go, Shamir! Shamir has joined the Puff Club. Let's go. And I just realized that I'm not getting... my subscriber counts in the corner is not updating. Let me see if I can... Can I refresh that? Okay, it's not... That's weird. Shamir, thank you for joining the Puff Club. I've been meaning to change that for a while, and I keep forgetting. I did watch the game. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I'm doing great, Shamir. Especially after the game we saw tonight, man. Like, God, just... Oh, almost a perfect game. Would have preferred a couple more goals, but almost a perfect Canadiens game. And just so I know that I gotta change the stuff, I'm gonna load up Streamlabs, because I'll do it after stream. That I want to change the Better Call Saul stuff and all that. Do you have memberships? Salty, unfortunately, right now I don't. We should have them soon. It's we have the subscriber minimum. I just need to get the watch hours up, and yeah, unfortunately, unfortunately I don't have memberships. Otherwise, 100% I'd have them enabled, and I would allow you guys to subscribe, I guess, to the membership. I don't know if it's technically subscribing or joining. You join with the membership, so I would 100% allow you guys to have that ability. But unfortunately, right now we don't have that because the watch hours aren't quite there yet. I gotta start grinding my ass off to stream a little more. Which, I mean, 4 times a week for the Habs, pretty good. If I can fit 1 or 2 extra streams, that'd be awesome. Tomorrow versus Boston, yes indeed, Shamir. This is almost like a perfect start to the season for the Canadiens. Toronto, one of your biggest rivals. Boston, arguably your biggest rivals. One of your biggest rivals. Ottawa, your 3rd biggest rival. All in the opening 3 games. Then you got Crosby in Pittsburgh. I think they're 4th. I can actually look right now because I have the games open. Yeah. Then you get Pittsburgh with Crosby against his hometown team. And then you got LA, one of the bigger markets in the league. Like, that's a great first 5 games. Then you go to the Islanders with Waugh as their head coach. Then you face the Rangers. That's a great first 7 games. And then you got like the Blues and Flyers, and can kind of get into that like middle range. That's a great start to the season in terms of like games that should be fun. Like, God, this is going to be a great fun start to the season. Still, hey, don't worry about it, Salty. Yeah, it's great that I have 1K. It's great that I have 1K. I gotta grind a little further just to get those watch hours up, especially now that the season's underway. I gotta either pump out some more videos or pump out some more streams, but yeah. And by the way, I will say, for any wrestling fans that are watching that didn't hear, I will be I have done a wrestling program It's called MCW, the Meme Championship Wrestling. You guys can check it out on the channel. We streamed live, not this Sunday, but not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before, for something called Opening Night, and I uploaded the first episode of Wednesday Night Kex today. It was 5 p.m., I believe, maybe 5:15. We did that today. I did that in video form, so if you guys want to check that out, support the channel, be appreciated. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, I think you could enjoy it, because you got guys like Tourette's Guy, Cosmo Kramer from Seinfeld. You got guys like this who are wrestling. It's a fun time overall. Zarbian hated how Toronto played tonight. I mean, I wouldn't be necessarily mad that your team got 46 shots. I'd more so just be mad at the shutout. Or getting shut out. Shamir, yes, that's also true. For anybody who... that's actually a really good reminder. Monday's game, which is the one against the Penguins, that's going to be on Amazon Prime. So... yeah, that game is only going to be available on Amazon Prime. Unfortunately, for those who don't have Prime, might need to get a free trial. But, yeah. Monday against the Penguins. It's on Amazon Prime. Thank you for reminding me, Shamir, as well. Appreciate that. Pens looking garbage. Yes, indeed, they are, Salty. What are they down? 4-0? Is it 5-0 yet? They're down, I think, in the second intermission. I think it is now. So, yeah. Or third period it is now. Habs got big games. Yeah, huge test tomorrow, Avi. Exactly. Huge test. I mean... depending if they play Swayman or Korpisalo. If it's Korpisalo, yeah, it'll be an easy game. If it's Swayman, yeah, we'll see. I want to see that Habs Amazon series. Dude, Salty, yeah, we've got 4 or 5 games, I think, on Amazon. Unless you're talking about the Rebuild series, that is on Crave. I don't know if it's on Prime. There's the last 2 episodes, I think, are coming out today, or they did come out today, I think. So, yeah. Those are a bounce back, but who knows? Swayman plays. Exactly, yeah. Swayman probably would play, I would imagine. So, yeah. Oilers, Jets, and Avs, Vegas. Oh, yeah. When this stream ends, I'm probably going to watch a little bit of Vegas and the Avalanche before I probably watch a movie. So, yeah. Lit game NHL is back. Avi, oh, yes, it's back, man. And, oh, yeah, I should probably get through the Leafs lines before we get into the actual game. Knives, Matthews, Marner, Domi, Tavares, Nylander, Pacioretty, Holmberg, Robertson, and Lawrence, Kemp, Reeves. They were on the forward. Ekman Larson, McCabe, and Benoit Timmins were on the blue line. Anthony Stolarz would get the start for the Leafs, and Dennis Hildeby backs him up with Joseph Woll currently being injured. Before the game, I put, here we go, opening night, baby. Woo! And holy shit, Oasis's Acquiesce is the opening video package song. Anyone who knows me knows I'm a huge Oasis fan, so I loved that. Salty, I'll message you on Discord. Send me a DM or something afterwards. I know how you can watch the Rebuild series. Just send me like a message or a DM or something, and just to remind me. But Oasis's Acquiesce opened the show, and like I said, I'm a huge Oasis fan. I marked out big time for that. I loved that. Love Acquiesce. It's such a good song. Really happy that they used it, and yeah. No problem, Salty. Now, I will say, you guys might be looking at my DVDs, and if you're a very astute viewer, and you've watched the last couple streams, you notice it keeps changing, you might be wondering, Harry, how you change it again. What the hell are you doing? I repeatedly don't like how my collection looks. I don't know why. I don't like how it looks, unfortunately. So I reorganized them to sort out all my movies by year. So we've got, I want to say, you guys can't see it, but I want to say it's 1937. Let me actually look. Oasis does slap Salty. I'm glad you agree. It is, yeah, I believe 1937 with Snow White. Opens, so it goes like 38, 40-something, the 50s, 60s, 70s. We're into the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, 2010s. And the most recent movie I have is 2021 Jackass Forever. Or 2022 Jackass Forever, sorry. So yeah, and I'll say, maybe not Thursday, but for Saturday, expect it to be changed again, because quite frankly, I'm not a huge fan of how it looks still. I don't want to get too crazy to where it's like, oh, color coordinated, but that might be what I do, because it might need to look, yeah, I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll put like, I don't know how I can make it look good. I've tried doing alphabetically. I don't know. I did have an idea on how to include the DVDs, the TV shows, but yeah. So yeah, The Habs intro was awesome. Yes, it was salty, dude. I saw the one that the NHL had posted about the is it time to get out of the rebuild, and that was so good. And then, yeah, of course, Acquiesce opening up the program tonight. Like, oh, mwah. Like, oh my God, that's just. I heard that. I heard it. I heard the opening of Acquiesce, and I was like, oh my God, we're really doing this. And yeah, it was. I had a big smile on my face the whole time. So, hell yeah. And I will say the opening for the roster, showing the rosters, the coaches, and all that, much better than last year, at least in my opinion. Jeff Molson. There's two Jeffs in the organization, so I think you guys can understand why I might be a little confused there. But Jeff Molson made good on his promise. He said that next year's would be better, and it was a lot better. They had sort of an orchestra. They were playing music that had a big horns brass section, and then they had a guy on a guitar they had a band, a guitarist, a pianist, and the vocalist, but they had his mic shut off. Kind of cruel, if you ask me, and a drummer. So they had like two bands. They were kind of playing all together, and they introduced the coaching staff and everything. Instead of doing how they usually do, where they come out of the big tunnel and they go to the center ice, they kind of compromised. The NHL wanted. We found this out via the rebuild. The NHL wants puck drop by a certain time, so they had to get they kind of had to hurry it up last year. This year they kind of actually compromised because they had them come out through the smaller tunnel, kind of I guess where they come out for the 3 stars. They had them come out for there between in that little tunnel. So they had them come out, just center ice, little wave, go to the ice. So they kind of compromised on it, and they did a very good job in my opinion. I think it was quite nice. Of course, they introduced the medical staff, the assistant coaches, Marty St. Louis, and very interestingly, no Carey Price for opening night tonight. There was no Carey Price, and people might be wondering, oh well, Harry, yeah, of course he's retired. A, he's actually technically not retired now, and B, he is still under contract for the Canadiens, so they could have had him come out, give a little wave to the crowd. However, I think they didn't because they knew he'd get another big reception. They knew that Carey would, the fans would be holding up the ceremony and they'd be a little late. So I think that's probably why they didn't have Carey there. Otherwise, they probably would have loved to. They might have him for another game in the future, I would imagine. Or I think he lives near, Vancouver. So when we're in Vancouver, maybe they'll have him stop by the team, maybe. Unless he was with the team tonight and he just didn't want to go out, or they said, hey, we can't bring you out. We have time restraints, blah, blah, blah. Maybe something like that. Who knows? But yeah, no Carey Price, though, tonight. On the ice, I should say. No Carey Price, which, really surprising. But you know what? I understand it. So, Ernest, how's it going, man? Ernest Chan family. How are you today? I'm doing quite good. I hope you're doing good, too, man. Yep, Leafs and Canadiens. Do I think the Blue Jays are back? Given they're probably rebuilding, or at least should be, considering this core cannot get it done, I don't expect them to be back in the playoffs next year. I'd be pleasantly surprised if they were, but I don't expect it. Salty, how was Lane and Savard? Lane was very good. Showed a lot of offensive potential. Had some good chances. Not shooting as much as I'd maybe like him to. I think he had 2 shots, and I would have liked... There was 2 or 3 other opportunities where I thought, yeah, Lane's open, he can shoot here, and he just elected not to. But then again, he's regarded as having massive, huge hockey IQ. Knows more about the game and, me in general. Knows more about the game and, plays on the ice than I can just see watching on TV. So I trust Lane. But yeah. And Survivor's good. They've been together all preseason. I think they were together the 2 games last year, too, against the Wings. You could probably tell me, actually, because they were against the Wings the last 2 games last year, if you remember. But yeah, Lane and Savard, I think they played very well together. Lane, very good offensively, allowed Savard to be defensive, or Savard being defensive allowed Lane to be more offensive. Lane, though, held his own defensively. I thought he was okay. I thought he was good. So yeah, I thought they played well together. They gelled well. Not a whole lot of chemistry, but Savard's not really an offensive defenseman. He does it once a month. And that time has not come yet for Savard to pull off an amazing deke and score. That time has not come yet. I swear to God, look at him in the last 2 seasons as a Canadian. It's happened once a month. Savard's pulled some amazing deke, some great looking offensive chance, or some good goal. He's pulled that out of his ass. I swear to God. But, yeah. So, Canadiens push in the opening 30 seconds. Sorry, no. Sorry, that's the second period. Marner in the slot. He gets 2 good chances very early on. There's another screen shot by Montembeault. 3 very good saves very good saves made in the opening 30 seconds. And Monty would probably not slow down from here on out. Habs then go to the power play, though. A minute 15 into the game. Domi gets called for punching Savard. What a piece of shit Domi is. He would also jump into a hit in the third period. Thankfully, the guy he was hitting, I think it was Savard maybe. They kind of went at it all night a little bit. Not a whole lot, but there's some moments that they were together. Domi jumped into a hit. Thankfully, Savard didn't receive too much of it. So, yeah. Habs look depressed. Suzuki has a good slot chance stopped. Slavkovsky has one that gets stopped. Suzuki has another opportunity, but he ends up just losing an edge. So the Habs end up being 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. And the Leafs go to the power play shortly after. Heineman's called for a hook. Leafs nearly get a 2-on-1. It's actually a smart play, a smart penalty from Heineman there. Habs boo the hell out of Max Domi, which, fair. Matthews has a sharp angle shot just off the outside of the post. Leafs with 4 shots on the power play. Habs do get some clears to end that. Habs end up being 1 for 1 on the penalty kill tonight. Habs look to come in numbers. Jack-Eye and Reeves are out there together. Crowd is kind of hyped up. They want to see Jack-Eye dominate Reeves again. Unfortunately, would not happen. Matheson has a shot. There's no rebound as that gets covered. And Habs go to the power play. Timmins gets called for a slash on Slavkovsky, who tries to cut in. Really good just hesitation from Slav. Good patience. And he ends up drawing the penalty as a result. And it's right in the elbow region. It's a clear slash. Ernest, no, I'm not watching the Raptors preseason stuff. I didn't even know the Raptors started their preseason yet. But, yeah, no, have not watched it yet, surprisingly. Maybe Friday, if they have a game on Friday. Maybe I'll possibly check it out if I remember. Yeah, Habs set up a tic-tac-toe play. Great setup to get Newhook in the slot. Good shot, but an even better save by Anthony Stolarz there. He stops that. First unit comes back on. And we score! Cole Caufield, number 13, gets the goal. It's a set play off a face-off. Suzuki finds it to Doc. Right side to Slav. Cross to Caufield. Just puts it high on Stolarz. And he buries it. 1-0 Habs lead. 7:48 into the game. Habs are 1 for 2 in the power play. And apparently as he was going by the benches, he did a little look up. And that was really nice, doing that for Johnny Gaudreau. You love to see that. And Caufield with the opening goal of the game. Would it be the only one? Don't look above. That's rude. Don't look at the score above. Just, would that be the only goal of the game? Habs press for a 2-0 lead. They do get some momentum, a few looks. Matheson has one. Hudson gets another. The defense was really trying to drive the offense. It was a lot of Hudson and Matheson looking for opportunities. Stolarz then misplays a puck right to, I believe it was Anderson, but Armia, who gets the pass, just can't find a clean shot through. He does get a shot, but that's stopped by Stolarz, who had gotten into the net by that point. Leafs couldn't get much. Gooley hits Matthews. Canadiens are finishing their checks in the first period. Back and forth, or as I put, both and forth. Back and forth we go. Patches finds Holmberg on a break. Jack-Eye with a good job breaking that opportunity up. Off the other way, Stolarz, fantastic stop on a near tip-in pass for Newhook. Stolarz then misplays a puck again, but this time not much risk there. Leafs then go to the power play for the second time in the period. Hey, Sons, how's it going, man? Happy to see you here, my good sir. Barry Boulet gets called for a slash on Nick Robertson, the worst of the Robertsons, of course. It was actually another good penalty because it does prevent a scoring chance. Habs do get a clear. Leafs get a couple shots. Marner has a look. But the Habs, 2 for 2 on the penalty kill, sorry. Leafs then pressure, some good looks, but Montembeault up to the task. Great looks in front, looking for some tips with some screens. Monty playing well, though, and with 14 seconds left in the period, Habs yet again go to the penalty kill. Third time in the first. Barron, it's called this time for a high stick. Habs do clear off the draw. That'll end the period. So the shots, 17-14 for the Maple Leafs. Montreal, though, the 1-0 lead after the first period. Habs start on the penalty kill. Nylander has a look, but he ends up going high and wide. That's really all that was to mention. Habs are 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. Canadiens then press Dvorak with a great break from Alex Barré-Boulet or gets a break courtesy of Alex Barré-Boulet. Tries to deke out Stolars, but a fantastic glove save there. Yeah, that was just a really, really good opportunity there. And Stolars makes the save, keeping this 1-0. Who would have thought? Game's 1-0. Makes a save, it's still 1-0. Leafs go back the other way. Nylander ends up hitting the post. Leafs press Montembeault, staying with the puck. He saw it all. He's seeing it all the way through. Almost feels like he's seeing it through the screens whenever there's guys in front. Dominion gets flattened by Savard at the boards. You love to see it. Habs again look for a 2-0 lead, but the Leafs go back the other way. Reeves gets a wide open net on the doorstep, but he just can't bury that rebound. There was a good Habs stick to defend that. And play for the Canadiens as there's too many men for the Leafs, and the puck touches the guy who comes on, and there's nothing. The refs gather. Eventually they decide, yeah, fuck the Canadiens. Face-offs at center ice, no penalty. Play for real. About 20 seconds later, Ekman Larsson's called for a rough. For roughing, as he got Suzuki with a cross check. After the whistle, he gives one to Caufield, and after he gives that cross to cross check to Caufield, Slav is pissed. He goes after OEL. Refs hold him back. They basically say, "Hey, look, you're going on the power play. Don't start anything. You don't need to start anything. Just you're going to the power play." The same thing they do to try and dissipate things. Let me see. Notifications. Mad Mike, that buffering's on your end, my guy. I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting anything from my end saying that there's lag or buffering, so I think it's on your end. But Mad Mike, how's it going, man? Thank you for coming by. Great one for the Habs start the season. Absolutely. Devils, I believe, are 2-0. I don't think they played tonight. I think they play tomorrow, though. Devils are 2-0. Habs are 1-0. So starting off on a pretty decent record so far. I mean, well, of course, the Canadiens, we'll see if they can stay lossless, if they can keep up the winning, make it a winning streak tomorrow in Boston. And obviously, as a Habs fan, I'm hoping that we do. And then it's a 5-on-3, 27 seconds in. Jake McCabe's called for an obvious trip on Nick Suzuki. So Suzuki drawing 2 penalties in this game. Props to the captain. Canadiens try to press, but one shot from Suzuki is all that we get. And Leafs clear, but out of the box, OEL gets on a breakaway, and he is stopped by Samuel Montembeault. OEL looks to poke. Caufield and Matheson immediately go after him. Not cross-checking or anything, but just, hey, don't do that type of thing. Habs end up being 1 for 4 on the power play as the Leafs quickly kill off the remaining 5-on-4. Had to lower the quality to get over that. Oh, that sucks. Devils sweep the Global Series. Almost couldn't bring myself to watch Utah's opener last night. Why not, Mad Mike? Why not? That was fantastic. That was a great opener by Utah. Were you falling asleep or what was up there? Leafs press again. Domi whiffs on a potential rebound chance with an open net. Matthews then off a crossbar with a backhand as that gets close. Too close for comfort for Canadiens fans. Leafs press, but the Habs go to the power play, their 5th one of the game. Patches is called for a high stick on Savard. Habs can't get much pressure. We end up being 1 for 5 on the power play. Leafs then look to tie again. They hit another post. I believe that one was also Nylander. Habs just can't hold the momentum. This was very much a Leafs-centric period. Matthews then doesn't get called for kind of a slew foot on Jake Evans. Brings him down to the ice. Yeah, that's definitely what a captain in the NHL does. It was a great game, but I couldn't help but think about the fans in Arizona who lost their team. Saw too many relocations in my day. Oh yeah, Mad Mike. Yeah, I can imagine. Seen quite a few. Atlanta, Arizona, of course. I'm trying to think when the last one before Atlanta to Winnipeg was, and I can't remember. Might have been Quebec to Colorado. That might have been the last one, I think. Or no, I think Winnipeg to Arizona might have been the year after '97. I think actually. But yeah. So yeah. Canadiens look for a last-second goal, but there's just nothing. Gallagher was going after OEL, jawing at him with a couple seconds left. Nothing really happens. They both just skate away. And, yeah, so the shots are 30-20 to the Maple Leafs. Habs with the 1-0 lead after the second period. Still. Hartford to Carolina was 97. Okay, thank you. I feel like Winnipeg to Arizona was 94 then? 95? Couldn't have been 92 because Solani had the 76-goal season, 92. I feel like that might have been the same year as Colorado or the year before, 95 maybe. I'm not 100% sure though. Leafs. Caufield gets a shot 30 seconds in. Leafs. Winnipeg to Arizona was 96. Okay, yeah, okay, thank you. And then obviously Quebec to Colorado was the same year. Thank you, Mad Mike. I appreciate that. So the Leafs, after the Caufield chance, they press hard. Top line for the Canadiens gets held. Yeah, okay. So Quebec to Colorado was the 95-96. Winnipeg to Arizona was 96-97. Then Hartford to Carolina was 97-98. Okay, I see now. I see what you're going for there. Okay, yeah, no. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so thank you, Mad Mike. Canadians top line was held up for the opening minute 40 of the period. That's gotta suck. And then Hudson and Savard both get held out for 2 minutes plus. Habs just couldn't clear. Leafs got a couple shots, and yeah, Habs just couldn't clear. Leafs press still with the second line out there. Habs look for a 2-goal lead. There's a couple chances looking for kind of a rebound too. Leafs have some good clears. Then the Leafs go to the power play. Anderson's called for a trip on Matthews, which, yeah, Rooney got effed. Oh, really salty. Let me see if I can quickly load up the game on ESPN Plus. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Never mind. The game's over. All right, never mind. I won't be loading the game up. What happened, salty though? Nordiques had the cool-looking rebound. I don't know if I agree with the rebrand for the Nordiques. I like the logo, but just when you have that iconic, the igloo with the stick and the puck, I don't know if I would have liked that. But yeah, no, exactly. The Nordiques relocate. They get Patrick Waugh, which would never happen if they were in Quebec. They get Patrick Waugh, and they go on to win the Stanley Cup, and yeah, that happens. But yeah, so Hudson and Savard, like I said, Leafs go to the power play. Rooney got hit, and his head hit the... Oh, fuck. Jesus, salty. I hope there's a replay on Twitter, because I want to see that, and I hope that it wasn't... I hope that it wasn't bad or anything. I'm assuming it's in the Discord. But, wow, no, surprisingly. But, yeah, that doesn't sound good. Jesus. Hopefully he's alright. Leafs to the power play, like I said. Anderson's called for a trip on Matthews. Habs get a couple clears. Leafs don't get many shots, surprisingly, this time. Habs end up being 4 for 4 on the penalty kill. There's then 2 near knee on knees. There's the very least trippings on the Leafs. No, Mad Mike, that wouldn't happen. Utah is not good enough for a Stanley Cup yet. I like their goaltending. I just think their defensive depth has a little bit of an issue. And aside from their left wing depth being pretty good, I don't think Utah is anywhere near ready for a Stanley Cup run. At least I don't think they don't have guys like the Forsberg and the Sakic's that Colorado had by the time that they had won the cup. Thankfully neither Hab that gets hit are hurt. Actually, there was one Maple Leaf, I forget who it was. Simon Benoit actually dropped one of his gloves on the ice because it looked like Doc was going to go after him, but apparently Doc wasn't. But Benoit dropped the glove, and then Doc just skated by, so he, in the history of the world. But, Newhook then with a beautiful, spinorama past McCabe. Stolarz with a good pad stop there. Leafs press the other way. There's a bit of a crowd in front of Monty that takes us to a commercial. Not a ton of offense afterwards, though. Leafs press with 6 minutes left. They were really starting to gather momentum, getting some good looks in front. But there's a break for the Habs with 4 minutes left. Just can't get much past Stolarz. There's an empty net for the Leafs with 2 minutes left. Stolarz goes to the bench. Matthews gets a couple looks. Trying to set up anybody they can. Firstly, it's Matthews and Marner, Nylander. Feels like everybody's just putting what they can on the net. A lot of saves by Monty. Couple good blocks. Savard, I think, had 57, it felt like. But I think he had 4 or 5 in this game. Might have been 4 or 5 just in the period, honestly. I do the Habs competing for a wild card this season. I think they would just... I mean, hey, we could. I mean, I think Boston could potentially fall off. I think Tampa should fall off this year. especially considering their building looks like is about to fall off, apparently. I mean, Florida, Toronto are really the only competition we have. I mean, Buffalo is looking like it's another Buffalo year. Ottawa is... Ottawa's Ottawa. And Detroit's going to be perennial underachievers, so it's really Montreal's spot for the taking in that wildcard position. But we'll see, of course. We've said that Boston's going to fall for the last, 5 years, and they just haven't yet, so maybe. Tampa just took a direct hit. Yeah, exactly, direct hit from Hurricane Milton, which, by the way, I know people have been mentioning it, but seriously, imagine dying due to a hurricane named fucking Milton. Just imagine, yo, what killed your relative? Milton! You can't take people seriously when they call a hurricane Milton. Call that shit Super Mega Death Storm 3000, and people are gonna move. People will get out of there. You call it that shit, actually, yeah. Yeah, for example, you call it, Hurricane Ernest. Oh, hi, Hurricane Ernest. You don't take the hurricane seriously if you give it human names. What's that hurricane's name? Oh, Hurricane Jerry. It's you're not going to take that shit seriously. Call that Super Mega Death Christ 3000 or some shit like that. That'll get people moving. Speaking of Ernest, I did watch the MLB Finals that year. The Raptors and the Golden State Warriors. I did watch that. Loved that finals. It was probably the last time I've watched NBA playoff games or playoff basketball in general. But I watched that. I think I watched most of that run. It was very, very fun, especially because the Canadiens were out at that point. So it was very much just, hey, let's watch some basketball. Why not? So, yeah. So the Leafs press hard. Matthews, like I said, everybody kind of getting a couple chances. Leafs get a timeout with a minute left. Chances to plenty. There's 2 clears from Evans and Savard, but the Leafs try and get back in. There's a couple offsides. It would have been named Hurricane Matthew. But 94 had a Hurricane Matthew, caused so much destruction to Florida they retired the name. I see, so they named it after probably the worst SNL host possible. I see. Sprong, oh my god, I'm hard. Wait, did Sprong no way. Oh my god. I'm opening up ESPN Plus. I might be able to get this game. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please, please, please. Just in time for the Sprong goal. Just in time for the Sprong goal. Oh my god, I see it. Let's go with Spronger. Let's fucking go, baby. Oh my god, I love you, Daniel Sprong. Oh, why couldn't you be on the Montreal Canadiens, dude? Bro, I love Daniel Sprong, man. Let's go. Daniel Sprong, baby. Woo! Hell yeah. So the Leafs press in the final seconds. They get one more chance. Monty makes a save. They fire it after the whistle, but it's wide of the net. Who cares, though? Montreal with the hugest of potential victories. 1-0 win in the season opener. What a game. Sam Montembeault with the 48 save shutout. Holy shit. The final shots. Sorry, it's actually 46 actually. Final shots are 46-27 for the Leafs. Habs again. 1-0 victory. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen. God, alright, so yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get through the stats, and then we're going to get on out of here in a couple of minutes, because, quite frankly, I forgot to bring down water for the stream, and I need some water, so, yeah. Caufield leads the Canadiens with a goal, Joris Savkovsky and Kirby Dach each with an assist. Thank you guys. So, sorry, how could I forget this? Duh. Montembeault with a shutout. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the stream. My name is Harris. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share on everything, which includes, but is not limited to, YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Harris. Subscribe to join the HD Club and the Sub Hub, and of course, the D Nation. If you are a member of the Mod Squad, thank you for monitoring your Thank you for monitoring your comments on your streams and/or any views. It is much greatly appreciated. English is very tough, I know. Links in the description. Check all those out, guys. Thank you very much. yeah, memberships will be coming soon. I know Salty asked about that earlier. Memberships will be coming soon once we hit the watch hour requirements. So, yeah, if you guys go check out some previous content, that'd be appreciated. Even not just get the watch hours up, but just to do it in general. And hell yeah, Ernest, good night, man. Let's go Blue Jays and Raptors. Absolutely, man. That is until Montreal gets either an MLB or an NBA team for me personally. But yeah. So if you guys go check out some of the previous content, that would be appreciated. The MCW stuff would be appreciated because I put in a lot of work into that, and it's something I'm really enjoying and having a lot of fun with. So, yeah, again, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Race, and I am out. Either Montreal, always remember, no matter how bad we were last year, how good we start out the year like this year, go Habs, go, baby. Thank you guys again so much for watching. My name is Race, and I am out. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye. Go Habs, go, baby. We the best. What?